back, friends old and new. Hope everybody's doing well. Deis Ferrous here. We are back with Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Where last we left off, we finished up the Anvers gang and the Dark Cult in the Shadow Quarters of Footfall. Oh yeah, we already got that. We know about that. And we came back to the ship and just kind of did a lot of talking to people. We got some important lore input about the 3 planets we need to check out: Janus, Kiagama, and Dargonas, or something along those lines. On the hunt. Yeah, that's for Opticon. Yeah, we're waiting on that. The Lencius Protectorate has been destabilized by the disturbance of the warp. Yeah, disturbance from Gamma, from Dargonis. Yeah, I was close. So I think the plan is going to be Giannis first. Because while it seems like the safest route, it also seems to have a lot of boons to get it back under control. A few people want to go there. It should be a relatively quick one to get back under control and everything. As well as we can get there and do instead of a trade route with Footfall, so they can get some supplies. And then I'm thinking go to Dargonis, the capital world, because that's really important. I do not want to save that for last. And the industrial world, I suppose, can wait. Oh, Solomon is at Alpha Row. Secrets of the Cult, Heinrich, Jay from the Punic of West Virginia. Yeah. Classified information. Alright. So let's go talk to Heinrich, because he's at the bridge of the ship. And then we can go back to Footfall and talk to Solomon, because that should be pretty quick.
To what do I owe this visit?
You want to discuss the nature of your mission?
Yes, but not here. I wouldn't want our conversation to be gossip fodder on the bridge and in the officers' mess.
Alright, let's go. I assume back to my room. Yep. Right back down here. Heinrich nods slightly. Thank you for finding an opportunity to talk. I trust now would be a good time to explain the reason for my return aboard your ship. I welcome the chance to assist the Inquisition with its enquiries von Kallax. Von Kallax? Lord Captain, your enthusiasm is commendable. The interrogator smiles, but his eyes remain cold. To business, then. The cult of the Final Dawn. The madmen preach of their heretical doctrine among the denizens of the Coronis Expanse, and instigate crimes against the throne and humanity. One such crime took place in your protectorate. The Lord Inquisitor considered it necessary to have one of his acolytes accompany the rogue trader on the voyage into the corrupted region. I also need to meet with one of my observers on the capital world of your dominion. Why would Ordo Xenos agents investigate a chaos cult? You are well versed in how the Inquisition is organized, yes? Yes, initially our arrival on the Coronis Expanse was dictated by the need to fight Xenos, but there is more. The cult is tangentially related to my main specialization. Perhaps I'll be able to reveal the full truth someday, but right now I ask you to simply display humility and patience. The Lord Inquisitor mentioned in his letter that he is willing to show leniency towards my actions that would otherwise be interpreted as radical. Heinrich nods. That is correct. I should I should show greater tolerance for the mistakes of a newly appointed rogue trader. To be frank, I am surprised. The Lord Inquisitor is not the type to indulge the weakness of soul and mind, even in someone who only recently accepted the burden of a lofty duty. I want to know more about this cult of the Final Dawn. Chaos worshippers, most often agents of the throne, run into lone renegades, stirring up the rabble. Insane prophets and hysteric visionaries preaching the end of days, a passing comet, a mutant rebellion, an onslaught of monsters. Each time they come up with a new reason why people should prostrate themselves and quiver in fear. Much effort and the blood of those loyal to the Golden Throne were spent before we established a connection between those heretics. However, the cult of the Final Dawn is something greater than a gaggle of misguided seers and fortune tellers. They cleverly spread their agents all over the Coronis expanse, disseminating heresy among honest people in the Imperial worlds. There's a certain strategy to their actions that changes whenever we get too close. And finally, they have enough military power to have had two ships that we had sent after them later discovered as wreckage. The growing difficulty of making warp jumps is detrimental to us, but is unlikely to inconvenience those who engage in vile sorcery day in and day out. Heinrich sighs. After the events on Rykad Minoris, I suspect the cult might have built its nest inside Winterscale's domain, but the latest reports indicate it is your protector that is harboring heretics. Being in your entourage improves my chances of getting closer to their secrets. I've already agreed to give you a place aboard my ship. What else? The rogue trader should deliver me to the system that contains the industrial world of Kiava Gamma. I will then accompany you to the surface and determine what the cult is planning and how it intends to use the resources that fall into their clutches, which may very well include the blessed engines of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and even the followers of the Omnissiah themselves. I will be frank. The answer to this question is unlikely to please either of us. The machinations of chaos usually go beyond solely inflicting countless deaths and destruction. Having their plans come to fruition would lead to far more terrible consequences. One of the systems in the Coronis expanse is already lost. May the Emperor protect us from watching this tragedy play out again. We met a Chaos Space Marine on Rykad Minoris. Do we risk running into his brothers? I have no doubts it will happen sooner or later, Deis. Chaos Marine siding with the cult is very bad news. Most likely they kept away until recently, pulling their puppet strings from a respectable distance. These traitors seldom show up alone. The best place we can count on is having to deal with just a squad of Chaos Space Marines in the Coronis expanse, and not an entire company. Why did your suspicion fall on Kiava Gamma? Disjointed pieces of data that finally merge into a single picture. Additionally, not long ago, a vessel from that world arrived on footfall. The reports from the crew were confusing and alarming, making me fear a planet-wide rebellion. I won't let anyone throw their weight around on my world, be they servants of chaos, Xenos, or heretics. A commendable aspiration for a person who holds the fates of billions of people and dozens of imperial worlds in his hand, which is why you need to be ever more vigilant when looking for seeds of corruption on your planets, lest they sprout someday and spell doom for whatever is tangled up in their roots. That's enough discussion about the arch-enemy's servants. Tell me about the Drukhari who stole Rykad's son. Heinrich winces. The Drukhari, one of the branches of the Eldari, an ancient and vicious Xenos race. Those creatures are a living terror to ordinary people who fall prey to their raids, for the simple reason that the victims are not killed outright, but instead become their playthings. Just as you and I need air to survive. Excuse me. The Drukhari requires psychic energy born from torment and pain, which they extract from their captives with uncanny expertise. Their ships, which are difficult to mistake for any other, arrive suddenly and undetected. Their stealth technologies greatly surpass the capabilities of the standard Imperium auger arrays. The objective of their raids is never to capture a world or a ship, No, they're only interested in fresh victims. After filling their holds with living captives, they disappear into the webway, a different dimension, which conceals their greatest stronghold, Kamarag, the dark city of the Drukhari, from which none can hope to escape. Heinrich studies your expression. I do not know why the Drukhari stole Rykad's son, and brought about the fulfillment of the cult's prophecies. Perhaps the Xenos themselves have played into the archenemy's designs. Or perhaps Aurora's divinations, in fact, describe the Drukhari's actions. There's only one thing I can say with absolute certainty. There is no alliance between the cult of the Final Dawn and the Xenos. It is simply impossible. I must go about my business. Is there anything else I need to know? Let me put it this way. You may think whatever you want of me, but my goal is not to hinder you. I'm here to help you in the fight against foes you may not even be aware of. You have my word that I will provide every assistance in uprooting the heresy that was sprouted in the Von Valancius world while their master was away, and that I will try to be more patient with the less grievous flaws of the bearer of the warrant. The bearers of the warrant are sometimes known to have. Hynix inclines his head. Thank you for sparing the time, Lord Captain. And a dialogue. Yes. Don't show tutorials in this group. I know about my familiar station. Alright, so that's Hynix. That's Satu. So she wants to go to Kiavagama. I'm still gonna save Kiavagama for the end, because I don't want to do the capital world last, and to be honest, sounds like it should be quick. So I'm pretty sure. Hunger's Hand. No. Canyon Quests. Buck Antler looks so important. Yeah, for Solomorn. So let's go meet up with Solomorn. Because we are right here on Footfall anyways, we might as well just get that done. Oh, hi Factorum Janus. Lord Captain, we are once more within reach of the Von Valancius Protectorate. Of utmost urgency is restoring communication with your planets and bestowing the wisdom of your decrees upon their stewards. Developing colonies, claiming new territories, and establishing trade links. All this is now your privilege and burden. Mobile Extractium ×3. Neat. The Cronus Expanse is a vast region of space where you'll travel between different star systems. In each system, unique events can occur. By steering your flagship towards them, you can explore planets, study anomalies, and interact with other ships. To switch to the map of the entire Cronus Expanse, click the button in the bottom right corner of the screen. Let's see here. Let's learn a thing. Oh, hello. Furibundus. Talikos. Yeah, so that's where we're probably gonna go. The Navica. Hotbed of Xeno Heresy. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is. Wow. This game just keeps getting bigger. Green Heinrichs to Kiavagama. Deal with the disrupted shipments from Kiavagama. Lost in the Void. Mundus Valancia. Okay. Navica. Hotbed of Xeno Heresy. Yeah. Cache in the old bridge, cache in the former lantern. We don't need to worry about the caches that much. Ash World. Scan is required. Altered Templum. Jerusalem. Oh, what's this? Seems like a thing. Oh, that's me. We apparently moved all the way down there. Well, let's do this first real quickly. We can't do anything about Shadow Quarter just yet. We'll take our main squad, because we're just popping in to talk to Solomon real quick. And, you know, we'll see what else he needs from us. But hopefully this should just be a nice quick chat. He's got to find Solomon.
None shall stand in my way.
Yabagama refugee. Interesting. I imagine he's probably gonna be over here. Five function. Hello? Can I talk to any of you? Kyabagama refugees, Opticon.
It's about time.
Allegedly, there should be a Solomon around here, but I don't see him on the map. The refugees from Kyabagama are looking at you, some with apprehensive frowns, some with unconcealed gratitude. I need information. What happened on Kyabagama and how did you end up here? We told you everything back in the square. Things are rough on Kyabagama. Maybe there isn't even a Kyabagama anymore. The planet was attacked by a horde of heretics. They shouted unholy prayers and cut down people left and right. We heard everything from orbit, listening to one voxcast after another. We realized there wasn't anyone left to save, so we thought we'd run. But then it was like our crew went mad somehow. The captain smashed his own head against the cogitator, and so did half of the officers. Everyone who survived did their best to steer the ship into the warp, and here we are. Only 3 ships made it out alive, ours being one of them. We don't know what happened to the other 2. They never made it to Footfall. Maybe they disappeared in the warp, or maybe something else happened to them. What became of the ship you used to get here? It is property of the Von Valancius dynasty. Apologies, we couldn't save it. The ship was damaged during the escape. We're lucky it got us all the way to Footfall. It's at the far docks, but there isn't much use for it anymore. Doesn't look like it's going to fly anyway. And the local recollegers have already removed some of the valuable parts. You could send your people to take apart whatever is left, scavenge some components. Oh, okay. Cool. A map of the expanse was revealed to me before the Sea of Souls roiled and tangled the paths. How did you, desperate ones, reach Footfall all the way from the Kranach system without a navigator? Frightened by Cassie's appearance, the refugees covers his face with his hand, trembling violently. Please forgive my worthless words. We were feeling our way back in the dark. You could say all we had is some old maps. We prayed to the God Emperor day and night while our helmsman plotted the course. A miracle. It must have been your lordship. You were hurling accusations at your masters. That's a sign of treason, and it must be punished accordingly. Do you realize this? One by one, the refugees fall to their knees. Please, have mercy. A few idiots shouted some things, that's all. We shut them up ourselves already. It was their grief and fear talking. Please don't punch the rest of us for it. Pascal's voice sounds impassive and cold. Vituperations directed at the Adeptus Mechanicus was likewise registered. Denial is meaningless. Oh, okay, cool. I was about to go with number 2, because it invites the good dudes onto the ship to serve, so it's like, okay, they actually have like a job, and they're not just left here to struggle. But Iconoclast, I could do that without punishing them. And I'm fine with that. They've just been through hell. You are pardoned. You may board my ship and continue to serve the Von Valancius dynasty. Their eyes beam. Praise be to the Emperor! We're saved and pardoned! We'll do as you were told. We won't say another word. Bowing hastily, the refugees back away from you. Okay, that worked out nice. But I don't know where Solomon is. Heartless Void for the Rogue Trader in the Dock Alpha Row. Dock Alpha Row. Where's
New challenge for me?
It says Solomon should be around here. Oh. Oh, hello. I apparently just never actually explored this spot here. Fair enough. Hello, Solomon.
Thank you for responding to my request, Rogue Trader. I'm here on the orders of Marshal Strax to ask for your help. We are in pursuit of a tithe thief. We must board the thief's ship, execute the heretic for his crimes, and return the sacred tribute to the protection of the Adeptus Arbites. The reward for your assistance in this matter will be the thief's frigate, the Heartless, which we will capture in the course of the mission.
That's a really generous gift. It is a pleasure to see you, Solomon, and you, Glyzo.
Glyzo, speak! Not every cybermastiff receives a personal greeting from a rogue trader. Such an honor warrants a response.
Why have you approached me and not Winterscale? Rockhead Minoris was his world.
I did, and I was rebuffed. As Rogue Trader Winterscale rightly pointed out, from the moment of the tithe's collection, responsibility for it transfers to the Adeptus Arbites. He also noted that the loss of a world is not an inconsiderable detriment to his protectorate, and he has no intention of expending resources to recover something that no longer belongs to him.
I mean, cold but fair.
Under similar circumstances in the past, our arrangement would have obliged us to turn to Lady Theodora. She was a key figure in supporting the Lex Imperialis in the Coronis Expanse.
Fair enough. It is poor form for a rogue trader to refuse to help the servants of the law.
It is not for me to judge the Emperor's anointed, not least when I cannot fault his reasoning.
I will help the Adeptus Arbites. What is the plan?
Captain Sargona and his flagship, the Heartless, are concealed in Mundus Novis. The exact location can only be determined with your ship's augurs when we enter the system.
Okay.
The Heartless is escorted by a small flotilla. You'll need to neutralize it in order to capture the frigate. Our BT strike teams will land on the upper deck, while your boarding party handles the remaining bays. My squad of arbitrators will take on the most difficult and dangerous part of the operation. The ultimate goal is to capture the captain's bridge and interrogate and execute Sargona.
Tell me more about the ship you were promising me.
The Heartless is the enemy flagship. It has been corrupted with inhuman technology, but you have the necessary resources to purge it of Xenos filth and make it serve the Imperium once more. Even if you don't wish to own a ship previously crewed by pirates, you will have prospective buyers lining up to take it off your hands.
That's a very good point.
I'm no expert on ships, but when I questioned the captains on Footfall about the Heartless, they were almost salivating as they listed its virtues.
Yeah, I want to know about the ship first, because that's the first thing we gotta get to, whatever the ship's defenses are, which means, well, didn't really get quite the information I wanted, but it has Xeno attack, so dangerous weapons, that's for sure.
Purifying and removing a ship equipped with blasphemous modifications from the hands of apostates is the sacred duty of all servants of the Omnissiah and of the Emperor.
So you're offering me a ship that I have to capture myself. Hardly a profitable bargain. No, actually no. I see. Solomon nods curtly. I need more information about the thief.
Sign. Transfer the latest data. Price. Hologram. This one has the complete file.
Give me the rundown on Sargona.
He is a former privateer and a fugitive psyker. At one time, he was involved in the coal trade and the supply of Xenos mercenaries, but his pirate habits got the better of him, and he started robbing his associates. Now, even among the criminal rabble, he is known as a nasty piece of work. Something of an achievement, you will agree. Sargona is cunning, cruel, and unpredictable.
Study the file. Sentenced Guido Sargona. Homeworld unknown. Psyker. Specialty pyromancy. Formerly sanctioned. Abandoned his post on a privateer ship and joined the pirates. Confirmed links. Casbalaga. Xenos. Alleged. Heretical cults. Also implicated in at least 15 attacks on trading vessels. Status alive. Study the hologram. The image quality leaves something to be desired. You can make out the criminal's sure face of augments and sumptuous clothing. There is something haughty, almost maniacal in his bearing, like the tyrants who sooner or later proclaim themselves gods. How are you so well informed?
Shortly after the fall of Rakad Manoris, I questioned the Liege of Footfall. He supplied me with exhaustive information about Sargona and his ship, and gave the arbitrators full access to the docks. I suspect Takara's compliance stems from some bad blood between him and Sargona. Scum eating scum. Nothing new there.
Fair enough, that will do.
As you wish.
Any tactical recommendations for the assault?
The task is relatively simple. Kill all enemies we encounter, and not let them kill us. Sargona must be taken alive for questioning, but I and my team will handle that. There is one other thing. The following call signs will be used for Vox communication during the mission. You will be RT-1, and I will be DX-1. I also request you use RBT sign language throughout. Non-verbal commands are faster than speaking, and will allow us to catch our target unawares. Here is a short list.
Study the data slate. There are 24 basic commands, from head nods to combinations of hand gestures. Everything you need to quickly and efficiently communicate enemy positions and numbers, and even coordinate joint attacks. What do these call signs mean?
DX-1 means I am in command of the Delta Xi Squad. It's one of our standard designations for strike teams in the Expanse. RT-1 is you, the rogue trader and leader of the Rogue Theater Squad. For a short mission like this one, these identifiers should suffice.
You have a deal.
Good. Do you have any further questions?
I may have other matters to attend to en route to Mundus Nullius. Will you be able to accompany me?
No. I'm still on mission, and in your absence, my subordinates and I will be checking weapons and finalizing tactics for the assault. In other words, we will be wholly occupied with preparations.
I have no more questions. Board the flagship and await my command.
Acknowledged. Sargona is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, excuse me. Cool. So now we can pop out of here. It's the Void Chip Bridge. And now we can get moving. I'm debating whether or not I should take time to look around the, the Vergundis sector, I think? The Furibundus. It wasn't that far off. I kinda wanna look around these worlds. Yeah, sure, let's look around these worlds. I have a little bit of... Lord Captain, we have the flagship Judas' blessing with a small escort dead ahead. They're requesting a direct Vox channel, patching you through. The Vox channel clicks, and after a brief pause, a dry, low voice calls out, hails you. Greetings, Lord Captain. I'm honored to speak with the rogue trader of House von Volantius. May your name be known through the ages. Chartist Captain Austerius Thorfast, bearer of a free charter of the merchant fleet. How can I be of service? What is your squadron doing here? We develop supply routes for Chartists. You see, my ship is a representative of the merchant fleet in this part of the Imperium territory. Yet we do not have a fixed charter to find trade routes. Our mission is to establish business contacts with voidfarers in need of regular ship repairs and those who are interested in specialized good. From where do you source the components you sell? Are you asking me to disclose our supplier to you? Well, frankly, they come from both everywhere and nowhere. We get our wares either from lucky voidsmen who stumble upon an abandoned or dilapidated ship somewhere in a neighboring system, or from unlucky ones whose sorry tub arrives on footfall in such a state that it's easier to take her apart than restore her. I'd like to know more about the merchant fleet's operation in the Cronus Expanse. For the most part, all of the Expanse has its fleets of different organizations and small flotillas of merchant ships. Uninterrupted communication between worlds is a matter of life and death for many outposts of humanity. So even in this dark corner of the Imperium, there are chartists and ships assigned to the various Adeptus. Alas, the Expanse has next to no stable trade routes, so the job can be precarious at times. Then again, no one is more intimately familiar with the hardships of local commerce than a rogue trader. Want to take a look at the catalog of components available for purchase? Oh, ship stuff. Imperial Navy. That. Well, I don't have a lot of points with you, but this is still very nice to have. Let's split you. Split. That in the sell portion. Oh, I can sell that, the Mizoa pattern sword. I think that'll do us for now, so let's swapping 45 narrow firing arc. Speed 2 casts 4 attacks with 19 damage warheads. Mars pattern prow battery. Wow, that was hard. I mean, I'll buy all available. It doesn't hurt. Like, there's no reason for me not to buy all those, right? Yeah. We don't need the scrap right now, but that was nice and quick. Let's go to the Ash World real quickly. It should be quick, right? You can scan. In theory, should be quick. 50 XP. Dead World. To the World of the Expanse. Okay. 50 XP. And, oh, hello. 50 XP for a couple seconds of time. Worth it. Lord Captain, the station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. A Vox recording is stating that the priesthood of the Altar Templum Calixus X-17 Sanctuary have no desire to communicate with the laity and are refusing access to guests on the basis of the Adeptus Mechanicus' privilege of inviolability, granting them sole jurisdiction over their sacred rites. Fair enough. Cool. That is nice and quick. So, let us see. For Abundus, the Navica, what is Xenoheresy? That has nothing. Is it up here? Yeah, so we'll actually, honestly, that's on the way, so let's go to Giannis. Yeah, so let's go to Giannis. Oh. Oh! Oh, I see. Standard scanning could not reveal a route to the selected system, but you can still get there by spending points on Navigator's Insight to plot a guaranteed path. Click left mouse button on the system and use Navigator's Insight to chart the course. Interesting. So... Saucer's Tomb. To the Imperium. Palatinium, Stellos. Cradle of Kepri. Yeah, I read that right. Cradle of Kepri. Omicron. System Speculo. Trinitos. This insight is a special resource acquired by exploring the Cronus expanse. By scanning new systems, anomalies, or participating in non-combat space events, the Navigator of the flagship use it to build more warp routes, as well as to make them more stable and safe, in as much as it is possible. Let's go here. Let's go to Trinitos. Oh, I see. So if I do that... Oh, so I can get a guarantee, but it is deadly. Let's do... It's a warp trap. Oh, I see. So I can do that. I can spend 3, and I can just get straight there. That's interesting. Let's do Trinitos, because it is in the Navica sector, which is, you know, a point on the map that seems interesting. Yeah. Yeah, let's do one more. Let's just make it a safe route. Why not? Lord Captain, the ship's senior officers request an audience with you. They are humbly awaiting you on the bridge. Look how they waited for us to warp jump to request an audience. But you know what? Fair enough. Hello, everybody. You have something you wish to ask of me? God, I love the slow turnaround of the giant chair. Lord Captain, if I may request your attention for a moment, I must report a series of highly dangerous violations that have taken place in the fuel compartment. The Master-at-Arms is ignoring my demands, and I am thus forced to appeal directly to you. The fuelers have founded a sect of some kind. This group practices fire worship of the Emperor and has been burning promethium near the fuel lines. I beg you to stop this madness before we all go up in flames. I should point out that there have been no incidents in the fuel compartment so far, and that the belief of this sect do not affect their obedience to the workers or their efficiency in any way. All assemblies are conducted strictly after hours with the permission of their superiors. However, if you find their practice unacceptable, we will put a stop to them immediately. Does the Ecclesiarchy recognize this cult, or is it considered heretical? This matter is beyond my pure purview. Let Confessor Adalbert be the judge of such business. A plump, rosy-cheeked old man steps forward, his voice deep and sonorous. The Emperor protects, your lordship. I can assure you that there is no heresy festering in the fuel compartment. The sect of the Fire Prophecies has been tested for purity and found to be in accordance with the Creed. Their leader, who calls himself the Oracle of Fire, is devout and submissive to his servants. They do not twist the sacred teachings, and as for their chosen forms of worship, these are neither rare nor remarkable. Many such minor cults exist in the Imperium with full approval from the Ecclesiarchy. Does this Oracle of Fire really make prophecies? At least he and his flock believe that the Emperor reveals glimpses of the possible future to him in the sacred flame. Occasionally his visions do come true, or so his followers convince themselves. We do not know whether the grace of the God Emperor truly lies upon him, or if he is merely a charlatan, or perhaps a blissful lunatic, or... I forgot about this guy. A wicked rogue who possesses psychic powers not tempered by his will. A croaking voice interrupts the confessor's words. Lord Captain, as choir master of the astropathic choir, I must be watchful of any threats to the ship's safety originating from the Immaterium. I have heard rumors about this oracle, and so I have sent my adepts to see him. They assert that the man is a psyker. This man who speaks to the warp is a danger to himself and to the entire vessel. Both law and common sense dictate that he should be thrown into a holding cell, tranquilized, and handed over to the Inquisition, to be sent to Holy Terra. Alternatively, you may dispose of him in some other way. Are they burning my Prometheum? The amount of residue accumulated in the drainage tanks was so laughably small that it was not even worth recording. If there were any real misappropriation of the ship's resources happening here, I would have already punished those involved, Lord Captain. The last sentence carries a faint note of regret. I know just how to handle this cult. We stand ready to carry out any order. If my Infernus Master says that they are a danger to the ship, then I'm convinced. Disperse the troublemakers. Like, I trust the head engineer to know fire safety. I trust my head fire safety officer to know fire safety better than a cult following an unsanctioned psyker. I don't want to punish them, but I do not trust that cult. If my Infernus Master says they are a danger to the ship, then I'm convinced. Disperse the troublemakers. Yes, Lord Captain. By tomorrow, this cult will be forgotten, never to be mentioned again. Alrighty. Let's finish our warp jump, I assume? Unless we are already going? Yes, okay, cool. So I want to go here. I still need to warp gel, but it is a very safe route. So let's visit Trinitos since we're here. You know, might as well. Okay. Unknown ships. Let's work around this way, maybe. 'Cause we can get here safely. These guys are hostile. What if it's a radius thing? Like, I can skirt around them. A place so oh, there it goes. Oh, we got 7 plasteel. Start producing plasteel. Yeah, sure, might as well. Structures have already been deployed. The shortfall will be offset to heat. That should be fine. It's a. I don't quite understand this just yet, but it is is a resource that I am not extracting, so I think it's a good idea to grab it. Okay, so nothing here. Go like this. Oh yeah, I can skirt around them. That's interesting. Dead world. Okay, let's... Hello, are you guys friendly? They are not friendly. They are not friendly. It is just this guy, though. Oh, no, we got that guy over there. Oh, we got a few of them. Okay. Oh, come on, that went straight through his body. Scout evasion. Okay, let's see. Okay, so if I move here, here, move here, we can hit this guy. Blast, blast, blast. Do this, I can hit both of them. Let's do that. More big blast. That. Go like that. Oh, I can do that. Tear into you a bit. And then what? Fortify solves the plasma. I guess just shoot into that area? Oh, it shoots him out in that direction. I see. That's minorly inconvenient. I understand now. Those aren't gonna. So you set those up to go out later. I follow. Oh, did he shoot the torpedoes? You can do that? Huh. Yeesh, okay. These guys are not friendly. Can I not ram you guys? Okay, let's do that and start chipping away at you. Not great. Can't quite reach you yet. Can finish you off, hopefully. Over here, can't quite reach you. Because they're gonna start trying to come around, so I might want to go like that. Yeah, because I can get behind him, and then he's gonna struggle to hit me, and you're gonna chase after. So I think that's the play. Short at the start of the flagship's next turn, routing the path to the shield use capture speed by speed. That's fine. How do I know my shields? Let's get the torpedoes going around, I guess. Yeah, and I can't do anything with those. Torpedoes gonna zoom around. Oh, I get full control of torpedoes. That's cool. Okay, so you're running away, actually. Yeesh. You're taking damage. I'm not a big fan of this. Yeesh. Okay, hello. Oh my god. Torpedoes can droop around and just hit you in the butt. Oh, beautiful. Let's finish you off now. Great. Cause you'll circle around to get me, so let me actually go this way. Go there, shoot out some more torpedoes, because torpedoes actually really pretty solid. And I can't really do anything else. You're looping around to the hiding point and coming out of the hiding point. Let me just blast you a whole bunch. Okay. That's pretty solid. That is pretty solid. Can't really do anything though. Torpedoes will come around. And they're going on the assault. UTAT. Yeesh. Yeah, man. You can surrender if you want. I won't be upset. Just gives you a chance, really. Torpedoes are coming around. Use that, and I can just control the torpedo, can't I? Oh. Full U-turn at the end of its movement. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's on a cooldown. And that should finish it? Oh, you're still up. Okay, let's see. Let's get another set of torpedoes out, honestly. Just to really start putting pressure on them. You would survive, you little butt. That's fine. I got a whole bunch of torpedoes coming at you. Ouch. You're just chipping away at me, huh? You zoom over there. Oh, those automatically detonated. So all you get to move? Oh, there we go. You zoom over there. Yeesh, you are just being annoying. Yeesh, you are really being annoying. Can I get a turn? Why are my torpedoes going so much? Torpedoes. There we go. Ouch. Stygies pattern macro battery. Ooh, that is a nice upgrade actually. Unholy amulet. Okay, cool. That's actually some pretty solid stuff. Let's repair. That hurt. Boardship management. So you 25% damage each. Can you replace? I might swap that out, honestly. And swapping Mars power, Mars pattern, Stygies pattern. Well, that's just gonna be an upgrade as far as I understand. So it's an upgrade on one side, unfortunately, but it is an upgrade. Do I get more torpedoes? I'm kind of tempted to just get more torpedoes, because that is just really nice. I'm not using the frontal blast that often. Ooh. Upgrade hull. Yeah. Let's upgrade the hull one more time. Yeah. Okay. That's some good chonkiness we got now. Let's see, what do we got here? Did I nick them? Am I in a fight now? I think I might have nicked them. That's fine. We did fully heal. Yeah. Oh, Aldari. It's only 2 of them though. Hollow field. What does that do? Some of enemy ships. Targeting either the real ship or one of the ejection. Each time ejection hits the hollow field loses 1 charge. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, we're gonna get some torpedoes out right away. You're shooting your own torpedoes. That's not great. You're both shooting your own torpedoes. Jeez. I think I just need to go like this. Don't think the torpedoes have that good of a turning circle. Eesh. This isn't great. They're immediately using the torpedo strat against me, and I don't like that. That's supposed to be my strat. Yeah, that's what I figured. But you do... Oh, those were just straight up 2 misses. That wasn't even like, oh yeah, you hit the holograms. No, those were just straight up 2 misses. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's... go like this. Fire into you. Cool. That's huge. Pattern, Styges pattern. Try to just mag dump you, I think. I got most of its hollow field. Let's go with there. We get the Styges pattern micro batteries to just completely hammer into this guy. Okay, that's not horrible. I am behind them now, which is actually pretty good. Neutron torpedoes. Are going for my torpedoes? Well then. Yeah, you're trying to get those to turn around on me, huh? I think if I destroy this ship, those torpedoes should be gone, right? Eesh. Those are more torpedoes! Oh, this isn't good. This is not good. Let's do that. Cool, that's 1 down. And that does get rid of their torpedoes. Zoom around here. Honestly, lining up for a battering ram is really difficult. I've been noticing. At least take care of... Yeah, I got 2 of your hollow fields at least. Let's get some more torpedoes out. That's all we can really do. Ow, that hurt. If I go like that, I can mag dump you. Blast, blast, blast. You have 1 more hollow field, that's good. I do have some movement, so I can do this and hit you a few times. Then come right around your rear and blast you with Stygia pattern, which has a decent chance to kill. Or miss completely. Let's start circling. Let's get behind you. That's probably for the best. And yeah, I completely missed the Stygia pattern. But he is out of the holograms. Your torpedoes are zooming off. My torpedoes are zooming right into your face, sir. Oh, beautiful. And that... Yeah, there we go. Wraithbone fragments. Rank 2, plus 3 scrap. Okay. Space combat isn't that bad. Oh! Oh, it's straight like levels. Okay, that's neat. Gains plus 2 extra damage. Go down from 1 to 3 rounds at random. It gets next turn in 9 degrees instead of the usual 45. Ooh. Force shields reinforced until it suffers damage. Swing around warp wave. Any ship to immediately turn 45 or 90 degrees depending on the ship's maneuverability. If the enemy ship has suffered hull damage, turn additionally deals damage equal to... Ooh. I actually like that. Yeah, let's get both of those. I like both of those. Yeah? Is that not all good? Movement. Yeah, okay. Neat. And this planet looks like it has some hive cities on it. Monastery of the Order of the Hammer. Lord Captain, we have received a transmission from the Foulstone. It was sent by members of the Order of the Hammer, votaries of Saint Cognatius, whose monastery is the only settlement on the planet. Or rather, it used to be. Some time ago, a transport vessel, the Navica. Oh, wait, isn't this for Argenta? The Navica stuff? Unloaded several thousand refugees from a planet belonging to the rogue trader Winterscale. The Order of the Hammer has judged this invasion to be an act of aggression and is asking for your lordship's protection. Can I go to my journal real quick? I cannot. I'm taking the monastery into protection. Let me see what's going on here. Sector, Coronis Expanse. Region, Acer System. Location, Monastery of Saint Cognatius, Foulstone. Material, Chronicle compiled by the humble archivist Brother Petrikos. 11 days after the feast of the passing of Nicomedes Kiphe, the champion of faith, disquietude, I think that's it, disquietude, marred the calm of the monastery of the Order of the Hammer. Countless tortured souls, steeped in fear, arrived in Foulstone in a star bark. A great apostasy has befallen their home and turned them into abject wanderers seeking help and refuge. Their wicked and cruel captain, the owner of the Navica, had betrayed them. Once the unknowing souls in his care had made landfall in this world's surface, he most deviously recalled his shuttles and left, thus ridding himself of the duty to care for the unfortunate lot. Not knowing how they would survive in Foulstone's grim wasteland, the forsaken people came to the monastery of Saint Cognatius, and there they surrounded its walls. They hammered their fists on its gates and implored and wailed, "Take us in! Protect us!" And what was once a place of serenity and grace was now full of din, disorder, and all manner of things despicable. The interlopers brought with them worldly futility and strife, and mayhaps also the seeds of alluring blasphemies, if friendly heathens lurked in their midst. After a prayer, the prelate Hectarchius turned his eyes to the past in search of instruction. Prelate Hectarchius recalled the first missionaries to set foot on the Foulstone's vast wasteland, led by their zeal for serving Saint Cognatius, and those missionaries had received the blessing of Nicomedes Kiphe, the champion of faith who had traveled with them in their star bark, to found in this place a humble and pure abode wherein to cultivate wisdom and piety. And Saint Cognatius, a man of great endeavors, a warrior and a wise artificer, never cowered behind the walls of a librarium, but stepped bravely into the darkness, carrying light in the palm of his hand, and he commanded others to do the same. And not only Foulstone, but many other worlds the Coronis Expanse bear its imprints. And Prelate Hectarchius did welcome the interlopers warmly as his guests, but he did warn his brethren to keep their vigilance. The brethren and sisters of the Order of the Hammer came forth to meet the strangers, carrying water and protein victuals, and medicinal herbs and jugs of promethium, but the crowds came to blows over viands and blood was spilt, and many were trampled or mauled in the stampede, some of them dwellers of the monastery. Then the warriors of the Order of the Hammer donned their flak cowls, inscribed words of praise to the god emperor on their tactical visors, and went forth, ready to render service in battle. With las guns and bolters they pierced the interlopers. With their chainswords and power flails they struck them, and a great and bloody harvest was reaped that day. But the interlopers, too scant, but the interlopers, too, scant though their armament was, and scanter their skill in battle, slew many among the monastery's dwellers, for great were their numbers and greater their desperation. The monks fled beyond their walls, and rang the vox alarum, and shut the gates, and commanded the armed guards to keep watch over that gate, slaying any who approached. A quarrel broke out. The hungry and the sick laid siege to the monastery, begging for help. In their spite, they blocked the water collector and unpowered the generatorium. The faithful in the meantime made ready to assist, and a miracle came to pass. The God Emperor. Um. Oh wait. Oh, that still keeps going. The God Emperor sent his champion, his confidant, his right hand, the rogue traitor of the blessed house von Valancius. May the light of his grace remain upon forever. The blessed rogue traitor. Um. I am not entirely sure. Like, I feel bad for the interlopers, but summon Prelate Hectarchius and the leaders of the interlopers to hold each to account for their deeds. The strangers, prodigious in numbers, beseech the rogue trader to take them in and give them shelter and protection as to his own servants. And spake they, saying, Long have we wandered, swiftly have we fled, many a woe and ordeal has befallen us. Of many a father and son are we bereft. Now the warp hath taken the last of our strength, and we shall flee no more. And they spoke further, saying, Without thy holy protection we are doomed, for we fear annihilation at the hands of our kin who remain behind. For having fallen away from the sublime light of the Emperor, they have descended into bloody sedition and become murderers of no mercy. Quoth Prelate Hectarchius, ours is a pure and secluded abode. By worldly futility we are untouched, and so we wish to remain. Those unknowing souls seek to capture our abode, avert this calamity of ours, for they are a people malicious and multitudinous in us and misfated. Then quoth he, If it is to be thy wish to confer land upon these wretches, confer it, for Foulstone has arid land in abundance. But make it not our duty to care for them, for that is not our path. Provide for them and provide for us, and we shall acknowledge thee as our planetary sovereign. The blessed rogue trader. I'm gonna take them all into my care. Planetary sovereign. I take them into my care. I became the planetary sovereign. Like that works for me, honestly. Humbly, the Order of the Hammer heeded the God Emperor's confidant, and unsealed the airlocks, and opened the gate of its abode, and brought forth gifts of virtue to relieve the suffering of the ill-stricken. After a prayer, the architects set to work, in accordance with the saint's teaching and the parameters set forth in the standard temple construct. They erected spacious living quarters and sturdy fort walls for the planetary militia, and a spacious auditorium wherein to trade and store goods. The proud sensorium, within whose walls clerks and servo bondsmen would maintain order and keep statistical records. And a new, yet righteous, way of life came to Foulstone, and the people rejoiced, and all was good. Good. Okay, cool. Oh, hello? Can I... Meaning of the hammer. Strucian's holy gifts, efficiency. Captain's voice gains the Emperor's retribution feature. Protection feature. Um, the Dominion of the Hammer. High Throne, the Celestial Protector. Supposed to make a warrior going to the hit of the responsibilities. Holy Gifts times 5. Efficiency plus 2. A lot of Judician. The Hammer of Epiphany. If I had someone who used that, I'm leaning towards this. Complacency, efficiency. What does complacency do? Found a prospect reduced by the colony, the speed of projects in the colony increasing and decreasing them by 10% for each person. Complacency. Yeah, I think this is good. More profit factor means more things I can buy. Complacency is good long term. Okay, cool. Protector, so that'll be done at some point. I cannot do another project yet. That'll be done at some point, I'm sure. Cool. I will try to remember to come back here at some point. Yeah, that's what I want to do. It sent me to the picture of the bridge, and I thought it sent me to the bridge for a second. I'm like, okay, chart new courses. Okay. God, there's so much in this game. I imagine most of these, like, smaller areas will be like what we just did. Of just, like, the little book chats, basically. We're gonna make this safe. We're gonna make this a safe route. As I'm now fated to be your shadow, Domin Deus, must perform a ritual that will seal our blood, for it pleases the Undying One. Let us speak on the bridge, and I will take us to a place appropriate for the ritual. What is this ritual? Come, and you will see. I do not wish to speak of the mysteries of the blood-spun web over the box. This knowledge is not meant for the ears of the uninitiated. I will be there. Thank you, Domin. I wish to inform you that the sacred rituals addressed to the spirits of the ship have been performed. The tech liturgy and the rites of the machine blessing ended with a data meditation in order to comprehend the nature of the miracle sent down by the Omnisaya. Acquisition of sacred knowledge has not been recorded. How the spirit of the void ship was able to call upon the power of the machine god and activate the warp drive remains unknown. Yet during my meditative ritual, the Omnisaya gave me an equally valuable lesson. The sacred spirit that lives in the bowels of the ship's mechanisms differs from other analogous forms. This spirit holds a unique power that cannot be called anything less than a blessing from the machine god. So what does this mean? Hypothesis. In extremis, the ship's spirit is capable of making unpredictable calculations and actions. It is impossible to predict how it will behave in any given situation, but I believe the spirit is currently showing obedience, at least for now. I recommend that we continue monitoring the ship and be prepared for new manifestations. The report is received. Thank you, Pascal. The Omnisaya knows all, comprehends all. Neat. Well, let's get to Giannis. Wow, we're actually making great time. I just checked the clock. We're doing good. Lord Captain, according to the telemetry of the parameters of this system match those of Telecos Epsilon, home of the agri-world Janus that belongs to the Von Valancius dynasty. We received a Vox message from the planet. The agri-world's governor officially welcomes the rogue trader and reports that she has begun preparations for a formal reception to celebrate the arrival of the planet's sovereign. Your subjects are looking forward to your visit. That's good. Let's stop over here first. We'll work our way around. Begin scan. This looks like a gas giant. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, plasma batteries. Nice. Cool. Then we'll zoom on over here. Yeah, that's right, gas giant. Good job, me. Begin scan. This looks like a water world, like Neptune. Feudal world. Give planetary data to Opticon 22. I don't need 3 plastic. I'm gonna... Hold on, what's up to you? Lady Theodora loved Frozen World. I never did discover the reason why, but the Lord Captain never missed a chance to visit such a planet, even on the slightest pretext. Neat. I didn't notice that with, I think it was Cabela, who said something and I just didn't get time to read it. Yeah, we're gonna bring our ooh, we got levels. We get to level up some more, boys. Let's go. I wonder when we'll ever meet the space wolf that's in like the banner of this, because you're not gonna put a space marine in if you can't actually recruit a space marine. But hello. Oh, hello. That's an Aldari. What's an Aldari doing up there? With an Aldari sniper rifle, taking aim. A lavishly dressed noblewoman in an opulent silk gown watches you with an expectant air, then gracefully bows her head. Gem-encrusted implants protrude from her arms and neck. I welcome you on behalf of the noble house Viat Ab Aran. My name is Vistenza Janus Viat Ab Aran of Coronas. By the grace of the Emperor and the will of the rogue trader Theodora von Valentius, I serve as planetary governor and imperial commander-in-chief of this world. Vistenza Viat raises her head slightly. Vistenza Viat turns to Abelard, and greetings to you, noble Versarian. It has been years since you last visited Janus. I'm glad to see you again. It is a good sign when a rogue trader seneschal does not visit a subject planet for a long time. Isn't that correct, Lady Viat? It means the governor is taking care of all matters and there's no need for the seneschal to interfere. Vistenza lets out a musical laugh. I hear praise in those words, and I thank you for them. She turns once again to you. In truth, your arrival in the planet... excuse me. In truth, your arrival in the place of the esteemed Lady von Valentius is quite unexpected. Theodora von Valentius is dead. I'm now the head of the dynasty. Such tragic news. I will see to it that the planet observes a month of mourning.
For Janus!
He tried. What the fuck? Wow, these rebels are doing really good.
I won't heed your cries of
So the Aldari seems to be on our side. Where's the noblewoman though? Where'd she go? Yeah, you've been ambushed, not much I can really do. Alright, Pascal, let's let's rotate you, set you as the rear. So that is the back line for Argenta. Front line, we'll set that here to give us some extra armor. Give all of us some extra armor. Hey, Mr. Misato. Came back to hang out, buddy? Sorry, we just got a new dog recently, and he's still adjusting to everything. Go like that, because I can also give the help to the estate warden. Let's go. Ooh, you guys are all actually pretty bulky. Let's analyze you. Actually, I should have analyzed that guy and just gone to melee with him, probably. Ah, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. That works. Let's nerf your accuracy, because you're right there. That'll be Pascal tap. Cassia, can I just go like... I can go like that and hit 3 of them.
Battlefields are always
So we'll do that.
drowned in spite.
Take out that. Let's give yourselves
I'm
glimpse of
not
fate.
accustomed to being ordered around.
Take aim on
Isn't this a job
Argenta.
for the serfs?
Okay, that's you good. I didn't take out any of these guys, unfortunately. The estate warden. You did get the kill there.
I'll
Cool.
do what it takes.
A good bit of chip damage and the kill.
What? Insulting! I can't stand it.
Oof.
I feel nothing.
That
Feel
mag dump was kind of
nothing.
rough. Let's get my bird on this guy.
Already done.
And then... Great job. That's my bird. Go through you.
Not a problem
Yeah.
for me.
So you two should shoot at each other? Or not, apparently? I thought I told him to go there. That didn't really work how I wanted to, but that's fine, I guess.
Suits my purposes.
Let's do that. Let's give a chance to hit the other dude. Which is what I really, wanted. What am I supposed to do this? 37. Wow, that is a... Does this only have... Hunting shotgun? Huh. Huh. I did not realize the faux hammer counted as a shotgun. Meatball. Just secure that
Nothing
kill.
I can't. You didn't stand
That's
a
fine.
chance.
Then that guy gets a chance. Well, thought he was gonna have a chance to go, but apparently not. Gonna mark you as sworn enemy. Charge your face. Go, Avalard. That's my goat.
At your beck and call.
Finish him off. Oh. Oh, hello. Okay, so they got reinforcements. Duly noted. Who is that? He's got a golden helmet. Oh, that's the warden. Can I actually see the Eldari? No, I think he's just shooting from off screen. Interesting. Diversionist rebel, Ripper rebel, Ironclad rebel, Sharpshooter rebel. Oh well. Argenta's gonna mag dump that, right? We're in agreement. Argenta's mag dumping that. That's beside the point. We'll end Avalard for now. Yeesh. That one to save one is so cooked. He ran over there, heard the explosion. Yep, there it is. Oh, he moved. Okay, I guess Argenta's not gonna mag dump that.
Let's make it quick.
Oh, you butthole. Oh, you butthole. That's a stun.
Out my way.
Oh, jeez. Okay, okay.
Scared yet?
This isn't great. Kick your Bella. Gonna move you in.
A
You
dance
over
of
to here.
blades and shadows.
Okay, cool, cool. Fudge, this is not great.
I shall not fail.
That on you.
As honor
Gonna
ordained.
spin slices. And then probably just gonna spam this on this guy, honestly.
Whispers his will.
Okay, he's almost dead.
Killing
Cool,
brings
cool.
me no pleasure.
Cool, cool, cool.
Death is a blessing.
Cool. That was great. jump over
I will
here.
leave footprints of scarlet.
God, Kibella's so good. I love her mobility.
As it
Slash into this
splits,
guy, that's 100%.
the
And I
shadows
guess just
will see it
keep and hit them both again. And then again. As many times as it will let me. Gonna do Blood Oath, because I should
as honor
have the
ordains.
kill on him.
I shall not fail. Killing
Cool.
brings me no
You're still
pleasure.
standing. You're lucky. Or unlucky. Okay, cool. We can just hop over here. It's like chipping. God, Kibella has just made a mess. And it is great.
Let's get to it.
Where do you think you're going? Not without a free hit. Oh, that's gross.
I will not die in dishonor.
Okay, Hey, Argenta. Oh no, Argenta's stunned. Fudge. Okay, I know what to do. Oh wait, no, it doesn't actually work the way I want it to. Actually, yeah, give me an extra
If you
turn.
insist, Lord Captain.
Because then I can get back in the fight on
Suits
Argenta,
my purposes.
so that she can mag dump in that direction. Strafe. Yeah, that worked pretty good, I think. Are you gonna shotgun or? Okay, no, that just does damage. That's fine. Cool, that cured the stun condition from off of Argenta, which is huge. Move here, live this stair that way. It's not doing much damage as I would like though. So
If
take
I may,
aim in Argenta. And glimpse of fate,
I am a
Argenta.
navigator, not a servitor.
Here we go. You guys are gonna start moving in. Oh, beans. I really would have liked Argenta to get a turn sooner. Which I can actually do. Go,
Suits my
sister.
purposes.
Now she can mag dump this way. First, let's do
Faith
this.
without deeds is worthless.
Do that on you.
I'll do it.
Concentrated fire. Mag dump this way. Cool, cool. Hunt down prey on
Doubt
this
is for the
guy.
weak.
We're
In thy
gonna
light I
pop
stand,
that.
and thy light I crave. I'll do it.
Pop you.
Eradicated.
Cool, cool. I'm just gonna focus
the Emperor
fire and
commands,
bounty
I
hunt
act.
you.
I'll do it. You, my
Bap.
emperor.
Bap.
As the emperor commands, none
Bap.
can escape the emperor's
Cool.
judgment.
That is Argenta tapped. Cool. That went very well. Yeah, I can't see these guys. So I don't think I can actually.
Nothing I
there.
can't do.
Yeah, you're gonna try to swing. You're gonna miss. You're gonna get hit back. And just fly across to there. That's him down. Beautiful. I love my bird. I'm gonna get the
I
cover
shall
now.
not fear.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, so it's just you two. Alright, Abelard. Can you reach him? You cannot. Well, you can half reach him. You can't reach him enough to do damage, which is kinda dumb, because you're in melee.
I will do my duty.
Popping in dirt. And that's fine, we still got a bonk. We miss. That was an attempt.
I will
Revel and
bathe
slaughter.
this battlefield in righteous fury.
Run and
Justice
gun.
for the weak.
That way we can just
As the Emperor
Tink.
commands, this is why I was chosen. I'll do it.
tink and tink.
Faith without deed. This is why I was chosen.
Wonderful job, Argenta. And you're just gonna 1, 2, 3, almost. And there we go, cleaned
The
up.
other side awaits.
Hey, your lordship, Emperor preserve us. Are you all right? Do not fret, layperson. We have grown used to outrageous slovenliness among the wardens of every world we visit. Pascal's vox, quiet at first, is booming with fury by the end of his remark. Pale Cranus is strangling this peasant like a noose. His words are laden with fear for our well-being, and yet he fears for his own even more. Where did Governor Vyat go? The governor is safe, protected by walls and wardens. Please, follow me. I will escort you to it personally. Fine. Lead on. I am not happy, but I'm not about to start executing people. Upon seeing you, the guard at the door lets out a frightened yelp and doubles over into a low bow. Your lordship, the most honorable Deis von Valancius, the governor is awaiting you in her office, where she is protected by walls and guards. Would you prefer to meet with her alone, or with your entourage? I want to speak to the governor alone. I probably should bring my entourage, but I feel like showing up without my entourage really sets the message. Vistenza Yanis Vyat Ab Arom of Coronis is furiously swiping out a data slate, issuing commands into a gilded vox. Upon seeing you, she hurriedly puts away her devices, smooths her skirt, and drops into a deep curtsy. Your lordship, accept my abject apologies for the reprehensible stunt that spoiled the reception. Even in my worst nightmare, I could never have imagined... I don't care about your apologies. I could have been killed. The governor, trembling all over, bows her head even lower. I assure you, your lordship, I would never, I beg you, give me the chance to prove my loyalty and explain myself. Vistenzia's companion standing beside her also bends into a slavish bow, while reaching out to offer a reassuring touch to Vistenzia's hand, who immediately draws it away. One of your wardens helped us in battle. A superb shot. Who was it? You must be referring to Urilet, our chief ally in the struggle against the rebels. I've turned a blind eye to her horrific mutations, given the undoubted advantages she brings. You see, Urilet comes from the local degenerate stock of this world, and knows Giannis like the back of her hand, so she's provided several leads as to where we can find bases and secret storehouses. Although, I admit that at times times I am tempted to send her away from the estate. Her unnaturalness means that speaking with her always leaves me feeling uneasy. Such a gaunt, unfeminine figure, and so tall. If you wish to speak with Urielette, you will find her outside in the orangery, most likely at the gazebo. She prefers to keep her distance from others. Didn't she die? I'm pretty sure she died. Like, you know, Camille. I don't think the game's great at covering NPCs dying in fights, honestly. Footfall Station is on the verge of starvation. Can Giannis supply the people there with provisions? Yes and no, your lordship. If the question is, can such an expansive and fertile world as this one feed 1,000 void rats? Of course it can. We lose more provisions to gnawing pests every cycle than those on Footfall could eat in their entire lives. But can we ship said provisions to Footfall? Not a chance. Any cargo that leaves the surface will be a target for attack. The rebels will not hesitate to bring it down, sending flaming debris over the capital. Our silos could become targets for sabotage. Food could be poisoned or mined. The logistics of transporting supplies to Footfall will only be possible once the uprising has been completely crushed. What's happening on the planet? Several months ago, uprisings broke out on Yanis. I was not even notified at first. Draping worms are for wardens to worry about. Alas, I only learned of what was happening after the miscreants began targeting noble families. Vistenza shakes her head. And then it became apparent that what the administratum's accounts had referred to as unrest were in fact organized attacks on infrastructure and society leaders. They've already brought 13 agri-complexes to a halt, and have now moved on to assassination attempts. My wardens are doggedly tracking down the rebels, but their leaders are slipping from our grasp yet again. Can Giannis fulfill its foodstuff supplies under current conditions? I risk angering you, your lordship. This is nothing compared to shamelessly deceiving you. Let us consider the situation dispassionately. Even the most talented logistics experts of the administratum are unable to guarantee stable tides when shuttles are wary of landing at the spaceports, and the terrified peasants are indulging a dangerous minority within their ranks. Until the usual order of things is restored on Giannis, any trade is nigh impossible. Considering what occurred, your visit is a true blessing. You see, Giannis does not have its own fleet. We could organize a planet-wide search if we had ships at our disposal, ships like yours, your lordship. Perhaps you will find a way to support your subjects in their hour of need. I'm sure even approximate coordinates would be sufficient to have the ground forces and ship's crew work together to hunt down the enemy. You want me to go off and catch some rebels for you? Not quite, your lordship. My wardens are crushing the lowly saboteurs across the planet relentlessly. It's relentlessly tedious, but it would be for naught unless their nests are destroyed. Someone is controlling the riffraff, who are perishing in thoughtless escapades, such as the one we witnessed today. And that someone could be hiding anywhere. You have resources and capabilities at your disposal, the likes of which I could never hope to possess. Your ship alone is an unequaled asset for tracking down criminals beyond the borders of my influence. I will get to the bottom of this. I'm sure the rebels will have something to say to the master of their world. I am immeasurably grateful for your assistance, your lordship. If any of those who attacked the estate have survived, then perhaps they could have been a valuable source of information, but you made an example of them for the rest of the foolish rabble. Vicenzia glances at the box. Incidentally, I did overhear the wardens talking about some kind of stranger in the area. Besides that, we still do not know who let those reprobates into the estate. The person who did it might also know something. I, as well as my retinue, are at your service. My secretary is checking the staff as we speak, and removing all traces of the attack from the estate. An esteemed Magos, who is responsible for agronomic efforts on this planet, is also here. He happened to be visiting this week to deliver his personal reports. And, of course, there's my aid in the war against the rebels, Urielette. I've no doubt she'll be delighted to share her knowledge of Giannis with your lordship. Oh, Yurla is probably the Aldari that was sniping. Who is this person standing next to you? One of my ladies-in-waiting, Amelia. Amelia performs secretarial duties and helps me to remain in constant contact with those families who are most responsible for the productivity and prosperity of Giannis. I trust my advisors implicitly, and over time, Amelia has become not merely a faithful companion, but almost my shadow. Losing her would be like losing my right hand. Vistenza laughs and gives Amelia an encouraging nod. Amelia drops into a low curtsy. To bathe in the light of your greatness is a true honor, rogue trader. Tell me about Giannis. Vistenza leans forward. Giannis is a remarkable world, both in terms of its vast potential and in terms of the work that was carried out to transform it into an agri-world. House Viat has ruled on Giannis for many generations, and each new governor has, without fail, contributed to the planet's taming. This world was once a wild planet, full of xenobeasts and utterly unsuitable for growing anything. To this day, despite our best efforts, Giannis regularly rebels against us. Earthquakes, tsunamis, the emergence of new pests and weeds that invade the arable land. Sometimes I cannot help but think that this world is endowed with consciousness, the consciousness of a capricious and stubborn child who likes to spoil everything that we have achieved. What do you grow on? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. What do you grow on, Giannis? Mainly Helicon, flint corn, and red turnip. Apart from that, in the southern hemisphere, we have set aside vast tracts of land for the Grox population. And of course, I cannot fail to mention the several thousand acres of tilled land given over to cultivating fermentable fruit, for personal use and limited export. I don't want to say that because it's mean, but I am curious what they do for fun. Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed at them. Even for an agri-world in the back of the beyond, this place is a real dump. What do you all do here for fun? When you have free time, that is. If you're asking for those of our circle, then let me assure you there are enough noble families on world to keep boredom at bay. I frequently host guests, your lordship, and my servants arrange suitable entertainments, from parlor concerts to private executions of traitors who break imperial law. I must take my leave. Alright. So I'm going to pause us right there.
I'll lay
That's a
claim
good
to
spot
the
to stop.
stars.
I'll do all our level ups after this. Up there that goes. I'll do all my level ups tomorrow, because I'm getting very hungry actually. So I'm gonna wrap us up and head out for the day. I do hope everybody had a wonderful time. I do appreciate everyone for coming around and hanging out. If you liked what you saw on Kick, please shoot me a follow. It helps a lot. If you missed any of the stream and want to catch it, I will be uploading it over to YouTube. Later. You can get the link in my profile description. If you're over on YouTube and you're watching this, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It helps me out a ton. And you want to join in for a live stream? I live stream every day, every weekday. I try my best to live stream from the same times as usual, from about noon to 2 EST, I believe, if I got my time zones correct. But other than that, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out, homies.